a Jamie Grace song. And I said to Jamie, I said, you were our inspiration and you got us through. And she said to me, she said, no, you're my inspiration, Karen. And a few months went by, a song came out called Fighter, and that conversation is in that song. And the third verse is about my daughter. And Sarah loves all of that attention. So Jamie Grace and the song is Fighter. So in closing, we put our trust in God, and our eyes have been opened. We are no longer aimlessly following sheep, and we question everything. And now it's your turn for questions, so I would like to open this up if anyone has any questions. Yes?
Very inspiring story. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Use your mic, please.
The doctors told you that only the oncologist can determine treatment for cancer, but she didn't have cancer. And so was there a way to go around that?
There was nothing visible. We couldn't prove that she didn't have cancer. They couldn't prove she did. But they, after cancer, there are small remaining cells that you need to treat. And they kept on saying, if you don't treat this, it will come back and she will die. And I could say until I was blue in the face that we were treating her, but there was no way to prove either way. There is alternatively, but that's illegal.
Okay, thank you.
Yes?
Could you have taken your daughter to another country like Mexico or Canada? And
No, I'm sorry. The judge ordered that we had to stay at Children's. We couldn't even go to another state. We had an oncologist in South Carolina willing to treat, and he wouldn't let us leave the state. Yes?
Are those laws the same in every state about the oncology treatment?
I think so, and I think that I don't even know of any country. I mean, if we were to have fled, we would have had to have fled very early before we really knew what was hitting us. So, yes?
How are things now?
Things now are pretty darn good. We spent, if we would have just treated cancer alternatively, I think it would have been about $20,000, but we spent about $50,000 protecting her from chemo, and she has no hearing loss. I'm told 25% of the children that go through her regimen of chemo end up with a hearing aid. And when we did the final test of her hearing, the technician, doctor, whatever, was really shocked that there was no hearing loss. Things seem to be progressing for her. I am giving her supplements for her thyroid every day, juicing, and I keep asking God to take away my drive to cure her naturally of her thyroid disease, but so far he hasn't, so I keep on with that. We're giving her a natural thyroid supplement called Armor Thyroid, which is not covered by insurance, of course, because it's too good. So I'm trying to wean her back on that a little bit to see if her thyroid will pick back up. So right now she has a thyroid disease, and she is doing ballet to help with her balance, and if she were walking around here today, you wouldn't know that she had a problem with balance. So she's doing really well. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of residual impact from any of the organizations, the government, the DHS, anything that's still residual on that? And I'll follow up with saying that I'd like to talk to you about what to do to support her thyroid.
Okay. We don't have, the judge only ordered the conventional treatments. He did not order any follow-up treatments. So I have not gone back for an MRI since. We have some people in our lives that are willing to break some rules and tell us what they think is going on alternatively that I trust, and so we kind of keep her out of the, yes.
Can you or your husband describe how the tribe was able to back you up and support you through this process?
Yes, I don't know if you want to speak to that at all, John. I wish they would have done more. They had the power to do more, but they seemed afraid.
Yeah, they had the power to move that case up to the reservation. And I don't know the reason why they didn't want to do that. I assume that there was some pressure put on them